If you guys like how I do my chart analysis on YouTube and you want to learn how to do it yourself, click the link below to check out the Vee Trades technical analysis course. What's up traders, this is Vee Trades and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for a GEO group with the ticker symbol GEO. This was a viewer's request and thank you for your donation. If you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Also take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate it very much. This video is for entertainment purposes only, does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. Here we have the daily chart for GEO. Looks like there was this previous uptrend in play, which we have completed because we had the break of the pattern and a move to a new extreme. Before that occurred, there was this long range. You can see that this range started back in April of this year, and it looks like we had a breakout just a few days ago, right here in August 15th. So prices had an uptrend. We went sideways, attempting to make a new high of the channel, which we did over here, and now we broke outside of the range. So normally breakouts fail, so this could be the top of the up move. So we could see a retracement all the way back down pretty much to the lows of this downtrend right here at this $5 level. At the very least, we're going to probably come back and retest this breakout point at the $7.32 level. So from there, if we find some type of support, we could continue higher and see another push up, maybe something like this. But the higher probability is that this up move will fail. We're going to fall back inside the range and probably continue down to the bottom of the range and maybe even get a breakout on the opposite side. That's the more likely thing to occur, especially since you can see that we made two legs up already. This was the first impulse up and prices just went sideways, and then we saw the second impulse up eventually. So if I clone this, basically make it the same size and move it over, you can see that the target was at the $8.01 level, which the target has been reached. You can see a lot of sellers, aggressive sellers, enter the market now. So it looks like we could see the downside continue now because this uptrend or uptrend is over. This correction up is over. We had two legs up, breakout. Most breakouts will fail, so that's why I'm expecting continuation to the downside. And that's pretty much all I see for the daily chart. It does not look good. I don't see really anything to be bullish about until we find some type of support at this top of the range or this breakout point. I'm going to be bearish. So that's all I have for the daily chart. Actually, there's one more thing. Let me go over that real quick. Let me go and remove everything. So let's just say we are in an uptrend. Well, if I connect the swings, this does fit the price action pretty good. So even if we are in an uptrend, since we just came off the top side like we did back here in the past, we should go back to the bottom side. So even though we could be in this uptrend, which I don't think we are, even though prices are moving up, I believe traders are going to be focusing on the range pattern more. So even if we are in this uptrend, we had to hit the top side, so most likely the price will come back to the bottom side, and that's still at the low $7 level. So either way, I'm expecting a pullback because we had this breakout. We hit the top side of this potential range. We had two legs up. So there's numerous reasons why we should be at least seeing a pullback in the short term. In the long term, still expecting more downside. So that's everything I have for the daily chart. Let's go over to the weekly chart to wrap it all up. And here we have the weekly chart for GEO. And just looking at this chart looks okay because it looks like we're kind of just going sideways inside of a range pretty much since February of last year. Kind of just going sideways. So it looks like if this range was in play, which it probably could be, then we should be going up to the top side at the $9.70 level. But the thing is, if I zoom out on the chart, you can see that we've been inside of a massive downtrend since May of 2017. So this is just sellers taking a break in the grand scheme of things because we've been going down for a very long time, 5 years, 5+ years. So that's why some charts can be deceiving if you don't look at the overall picture, because to be honest, if I just scroll in here, it looks like we should be continuing higher. If I zoom out a little bit more, we're just kind of going sideways for about a year now. And if I zoom out even more, we've been going down for several years. So this stock is really not that good overall, or for the long term, because we've been going down for such a long time. And you can see that if I scroll over to the income statement, you can see that 2019 was the peak of the revenue and net income. 2020 was a drop in revenue and net income, and now 2021 is a drop in revenue and net income. I'm not sure what 2022 holds, but looks like we had a peak in 2019. We've been dropping ever since. Looks like they are beating earnings this year, so I don't know too much about this company fundamentally, but technically traders are looking at the stock and they're saying, man, this thing's been going down for such a long time, probably will continue to drop for the foreseeable future, especially since it looks like if this orange channel is correctly drawn, which I think it is, but it's not really fitting as good as it can. Either way, since we just looks like we had the first break of this orange channel, we should go back down to retest these lows at the $5 level. So multiple reasons why we should continue lower, and I showed you guys 2 legs up on the daily chart, which can mark the center of the pattern. And if we do continue lower, we're probably gonna make a leg down the size of this right here, because this was the previous impulse down. And if we do that, the measure move target is at the $3.97 level, which I'll mark with a horizontal line. So I'm expecting downside. We could see a big pullback for the stock since we're going down for such a long time, but I doubt it because we're kind of going sideways. So I'm expecting continuation to downside. We got some bad news too, is that price action is trading at the level it was back in 2009. That's not really a big deal, but you can see that we've been hanging around this low price level since 2020 or early 2021. So that's not a good sign. You don't want to be hanging around these low price levels. You want to see rejection, meaning we get down to a level and we just bounce from it. You don't want to be getting down to a level and just hanging around, because then prices can just drop down again. So it's not a good sign that we came back to 2009 price levels and we're just hanging around. We even exceeded it. We even reached pretty much 2005 price levels. So I don't know fundamentally about the stock, but there's something wrong behind the scenes, because we've been dropping since 2017. You can see that the income statement has been dropping year over year. So someone knows something. That's why the chart is going down for such a long time, not just in 2020, or 2021, where a bunch of other stocks had their top. This had a top back in 2017. So there's something wrong behind the scenes, but fundamentally, I don't know too much about it, but technically, still a downtrend in my eyes until we see a confirmed uptrend, which I have not seen yet. This could be a possible start of an uptrend after we make a new low of this downtrend, but it's going to be a while before we start seeing the stock flatten out or even reverse. So that's pretty much everything I have for GEO on the daily and weekly chart. I'll be expecting more downside. I'll give this a target of $3.90, and this target will be invalidated if we get above the $8.40 level. Even if we get up to the $9, even the $10 level, I'll be still expecting continuation to the downside. So I would have to see a lot change on this chart for me to be bullish. So that's everything I have for the daily and weekly chart. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.